Moldova is widely considered to be Europe's poorest and least visited country, and it was the only country in Europe I hadn't been to, because I'd always thought it looked boring. Nestled between Romania and Ukraine, it was once part of the USSR. Since gaining its independence on the 27th of August 1991, over 1 million people have emigrated looking for a better life and higher wages. But don't let that put you off coming here. Moldova far exceeded my expectations, and it takes some beating if you're looking for a cheap weekend away. We got a return flight from London Luton to Chișinău with Wizz Air for just £56. On our arrival, we got a taxi from the airport to our hotel in the city centre. The taxis are metered, and this cost £8.50 for a 30-minute journey. Alternatively, you can get the airport bus for 65p. The bus stops right outside the airport terminal. We stayed at the Star End Hotel, which was centrally located and only a 5-minute walk from the bus station. It was also surrounded by bars and restaurants. This is our £45 a night room. We got a bathroom. A little settee, and we got a choice of beds. 1, 2, 3, 4 beds. An armchair, a settee, television, cups, kettle. We got a mini bar. No, we got a fridge, but nothing in it. Super. What's there to see in Chișinău? Well, there's lots of parks. This is Cathedral Park with the Triumphal Arch, and opposite this park is Stephen the Great Park, named after the famous Stephen the Great. Visits Europe's least visited country. No potholes, no litter, spotlessly clean, not overcrowded. US Embassy.
That's a welcoming with its 10-metre high fence.
Yeah, big fence, keep people in or out. Yeah. What park's this?
This is the big one.
The big one.
Yeah.
This is the big park, which I can't remember the name of. Trees are full of mistletoe, look.
This is Balia Mornio.
That's the back of the American Embassy. You shoot us away for filming the front of the American Embassy. Lovely. Certainly picked a nice spot, look. Overlooking the lake and the park. If you come back in the summer and it's all going, I think it's probably just because it's early spring still. They've got it off.
Yeah, you imagine it's still decent.
It's really nice. All the lovely water cascading down from the American Embassy. Imagine this is beautiful in the summer. This is Chișinău City History Museum, which was once a water tower. It's now a 7-storey museum. Hello. Hello. Lovely little museum, spread over 7 floors with a couple of rooms on each floor. Lots of little interesting artefacts. It's a super reel-to-reel tape recorder, look. That's the bass button, that one. And that's the...
we make everyone do the Mexican wave.
Yeah, the Mexican wave, bass boost. High-tech photography equipment. These are all 3D pictures. You wear glasses, and when you see them some lovely people that have just given me some wine and meat.
Like if I happened at home, they'd be sorry you can't come in.
Yeah. So we just stumbled across people having a little Women's Day picnic, and they said join us, and we just had like 4 cups of beautiful wine and some sausage. Such lovely people. Look at this, we've just been wondering why the water's a different colour. It's a lovely hot sunny day, 17-18 degrees, we're walking around in t-shirts. We just realised that the lake is frozen. So all this is ice. Here's an icebreaker, this is a Moldovan icebreaker, look. Quack, 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 quack. Very thin ice. You're walking on thin ice, mate.
It's just a baby coffee.
I have to say, Chișinău is very interesting. Didn't expect all this. It's beautifully clean. Lovely people, lovely hospitality, lovely weather.
Tree?
No, this one. There's the little sticks. Maybe she's planted. Oh, planted a tree. Yes.
Yeah. Only a game of cricket.
Yeah. Into the lovely Soviet era housing stages. Bambushka at the top there. Looking out the window. This is another case of good old Soviet hot water pipes. Probably feeding the water around the city, heating all the buildings. Poorly lagged in places, keeping the park nice and warm. This is helping global warming, look. We've got a nice bit of heat in the park, keeping the plants nice and tropical so they can grow palm trees and etc. This is the botanical garden. How much was it to get in?
10 lei.
10 lei, which is 90 pence. 90 pence to come in and walk around this lovely.
40 pence.
40 pence.
90 pence for both of us.
Yes, 90 pence for 2 people. 40 pence each to come in and walk around that. No, just hang on a sec. 90, half of 90 is 45 pence. Ryan doesn't know his maths. So it's 45 pence each to come in and walk around this lovely botanical garden in Chișinău. Chișinău. No swimming. Ryan, you're not allowed to go swimming in there, okay?
Just going to dive in.
Dive in, yes. It's banned apparently. One of the most interesting places to visit in Moldova is Cricova, the largest wine cellar in the world, with 120 kilometres of tunnel up to 100 metres below ground. Sorry?
Once we have to sit down for this.
Relaxing, yeah. little bus ride before we start walking on through the caves.
Yeah, this drives through.
Oh, it drives through?
It's 15 miles.
Oh, right. Oh, wow. Okay. So we're sat here for 15 miles. Got to jump there already. At the first stop, the guide explains how the wine is made and how it matures in the different types of barrel. If the barrel has a red rim like these ones, it means it's already been used. The temperature down here is a constant 12 degrees centigrade or 50 degrees Fahrenheit, and the humidity 97 to 98%, ideal for wine storage and aging. But it's chilly, so make sure you bring a jumper or jacket. The second stop is really interesting. It's where the sparkling wine undergoes its second fermentation and is bottled. Cricova produce over 2 million bottles of sparkling wine a year.
Wine produced with a French method. As I was telling you before in the previous department, we will leave the sediments in the bottles. One person rotates at least 35,000 of bottles, but even up to 50,000 of bottles a day. So we rotate these bottles until they arrive in an almost vertical position. With each movement we do, all these sediments in the bottle will gather in the neck of the bottle on the temporary tap.
You see the little marks on the waffles where they turn the waffles, so you know where they've turned them. The third stop is at Cricova's own underground Orthodox church and the wine collection storage area. People from all over the world store their wine in Cricova because of the ideal conditions that are unaffected by any power cuts. A cubicle this size holds 1,000 bottles and costs €1,000 a year. The smaller cubicles hold 500 bottles and cost €500 a year. These are all the Cricova collectible wines. Two.
Have also bottles from other countries, like even from the United States, from California region. We have from Hungary, from Spain. We have also from Jerusalem, from Czech Republic, from Germany. We have bottles from different countries in the world. And these are wines which are protected by law and by state, because this is, by the way, a state winery. I think I didn't tell you this before, but now you will know. And well, I will show you now the oldest bottle of.
What's the total value?
The total value is difficult to count, but we will try to do this. So first of all, let's see this bottle here in the middle, the wine which was produced in Jerusalem from the harvest of 1902. So that means 123 years ago, they harvested the grapes to produce that wine. This wine was produced in a limited edition of only 300 bottles in Jerusalem, and this is the last bottle with that wine we still have. Or it still exists in the world, only one bottle like that. For that exactly bottle a few years ago, we received several offers, but the last one was 100,000 American dollars for the bottle in the middle, and we didn't accept to sell it for this price because we're also proud to have it here. But if we count how many bottles we have around us, at least 1,300,000 of bottles, for the minimal price of 30 euros for a bottle, we are surrounded right now by more than 39 million euros. So now we tried to figure it out, the value with the minimal price of 30 euros, but I will tell you the truth, some of these wines are sold even with 2,000 euros for a bottle. But if we talk about the historical ones, the third category, which I was telling you that they are produced in other countries, the price, not the price because we don't sell them, but the value of a bottle like that starts with at least 10,000 euros for one bottle. So here, this 100,000 euros for one bottle was not accepted. So
after a visit to the cinema, I arrive at the fifth stop, the underground tasting rooms. This one is the oldest of those rooms. This is a themed tasting room, complete with aquariums. And this is the largest tasting room for groups of up to 50 people. We were then shown the map of 120 kilometres of tunnel before being whisked away to the final stop, which was the gift shop. Here you can purchase a wide range of wines, including some very expensive ones. No trip to Moldova would be complete without visiting Transnistria. Transnistria is legally and internationally considered part of Moldova, yet it has its own currency, the Transnistrian ruble, and its own government, police force, army and border control. A visit to Transnistria is like stepping back into the USSR with prices to match. So if you're interested in visiting a country where you can buy a bottle of vodka for £1.15, click here to see my next video.